breaking news today.
Please subscribe and then check notification box to get all breaking news alerts.
Al Sharpton's a race baiter. It's how he makes his living. Since getting the boot from MSNBC in 2015, the scandal-laden Reverend has been trying to get back in the limelight, secretly hoping President Donald Trump could help him out. Sharpton has known the president for years, and he knows that Trump is not a racist, but that didn't stop Sharpton from freaking out and screaming, "Trump's KKK," after the president kicked his butt in the Oval Office. The Democrats are in panic mode. Something is happening, and it is causing hardcore leftists like Reverend Al Sharpton to have nervous breakdowns. It's the big secret the mainstream media doesn't want you to know, and it is exactly why Sharpton's livelihood is in jeopardy. Reverend Al Sharpton is a race baiter who makes his living by provoking useful idiots like those within the Black Lives Matter movement and constructing a false narrative that there is a rampant racism going on in America. With their lies about the police targeting African Americans and the lies that somehow people of color remain underprivileged in America, Sharpton rides that hate and turns it into cash. But, now, a bombshell has been dropped on Sharpton and every other race baiter out there. Among black men, Trump's 2017 average approval rating significantly exceeds his 2016 vote share, admitted a January 11 article in The Atlantic by author Ronald Brownstein. According to Breitbart, currently 23% of black men approved of Trump's performance versus 11% of black women. What? Yeah, you read that right. In fact, Trump has doubled his approval rating with black men. And here is why it means Armageddon for Sharpton. If Trump can sway 10% of the African American vote, the Democrats have no chance of winning in 2020, and the midterm elections will be a blowout for GOP candidates backed by the president. Now, the Democrats will never admit this, and this is exactly why they have put Sharpton back into play, to demonize Trump. All of a sudden, Sharpton turns up on MLK Day inside Reagan International Airport. And just by chance, TMZ is there, ready to video the LA Reverend. Come on, where's Sharpton been for the last year? No one has seen this guy for a while, but all of a sudden, he is back in Washington, D.C., on MLK Day, and met by one lone guy from TMZ, nonetheless. In TMZ's report on Al, they write, Reverend Al Sharpton says President Trump is doing a horrible job of hiding who he really is. A straight-up racist. We got the Reverend at Reagan National Airport, and asked if he thought Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. would have had a sit-down with 45, given Trump's controversial track record on racial issues during his presidency. Sharpton insists Trump's big on using photo ops to make it appear like he's interested in the African American community, and he's certain MLK would have seen right through that. The report explains that Sharpton went on to say, Trump, doesn't need to wear a white hood to know he's KKK. That's rich coming from the #1 race baiter in America today. It looks like the Reverend Al is really scared of Trump, and he should be. Loser Sharpton added that Trump called him and wanted to meet with him in the Oval Office. That part might have been true right after Trump won the election, since Trump and Sharpton were on good terms for years. In fact, Sharpton would not call Trump a racist when he was running for the presidency. Al knows the president, so isn't it convenient that all of a sudden the Reverend Al is throwing Trump under the bus, and of all things as a racist? The truth is that Trump has kicked Sharpton's butt right from the Oval Office. He has made good on his campaign promises to the black community, which is something Sharpton and the Democrats could never do. The unemployment rate for black workers fell to the lowest rate on record in December, the Bureau of Labor Statistics reported Friday, reports the Washington Examiner. The rate fell from 7.2% to 6.8% in the month, beating the previous low of 7% set in April 2000. The Bureau has data going back to 1972, adds the Washington Examiner. These facts just came out at the beginning of January. Can you imagine if Barack Obama had achieved this? CNN and MSNBC would be 24/7 praising Obama like a god. So, now, you see the game. African Americans are seeing their lives improve, they are getting jobs, and they correctly credit Trump. You can see why the Democrats are in panic mode and why Sharpton has been called up to demonize Trump. It's also why Tricky Dicky Durbin, the senator from Illinois, charged out of a meeting with the president and started crying about Trump calling Haiti a shithole country. It's all one stinking coordinated effort to smear our president as a racist because Trump's winning in the black communities and the Democrats are losing their minds. So, my fellow Americans, don't keep this news a secret. Let all Americans know Trump is winning the hearts and minds of those who are brainwashed to hate him. When he said he would take this country back, that was for all Americans, regardless of skin color. We must continue to fight for him in any way we can. Don't let the liars like Reverend Al Sharpton demonize the one man who has proven he is not like them. He is one of us, and his agenda is simple: get Americans back to work, build the wall, back the military and police, and drain the swamp of all the dirty lying thieves. That's how you make America great again, great again.